Hey guys, Mitch here with the TheAudioDabbler YouTube channel, and today I'm going to do a quick little demo of how I have my H9 set up with my iConnect Audio 4 Plus in order to use it as an external effects processor for my iPad and my MacBook. You know, either way, either one will work. And so I'm just going to go over like how I have it set up, how I have the routing in, how the cable's routed, how I have the setup inside of the iConnect, how I have the audio routed that way, and then I'm just going to do a quick little demo showing you how to set it up in AUM and in Cubasis. If you have any other questions, you know, just leave a comment. I do have Studio One and Logic on my MacBook, so I can kind of go over how you could utilize that in those two DAWs or Ableton Live Lite. I don't have the full version of Ableton. Alright, so here's how I have the cables run. So it starts out, the signal will go out of the iConnect audio, out of 3 and 4. This is how I have it routed. Out of 3 and 4, it goes out and around into the inputs of the H9. And then from there, it'll process the sound, and then it will output these cables right here back into channels 3 and 4 on the H9. And I will show you the setup inside of iConfig next. Alright, so here's my iConnect audio config screen, and this is just pulled up on my desktop, and you can see USB 2 here. Channels 3 and 4 are being routed out to analog 3 and 4 just straight up, and this is internal routing for this. If I wanted to do something, and USB 2 is what my MacBook is plugged into, so if I want to use the Eventide as an external effects processor for Logic or Studio One, I can do that. Just have to send the things out like I have it routed. I have to send the things out 3 and 4, and it will come back into channels 3 and 4 on the iConnect. Now if I want to change this, I can easily just move these two little dots right there over to 3 and 4 on the USB 1, which I will do right now. I'll just change that to that and that to that. And so you can't, it won't let you do multiple from USB 1 and 2 out 3 and 4. And so you just have to make that small little change. If I want to route things with my iPad, you know, it'll be the same. So I have this pulled up inside of AUM. I've already showed you how I have it connected with the iConnect software. I'm using the old, not the new stuff, because I don't like how the new stuff works with the new or Oracle, whatever. And then I showed you, I went through and how I have the cables running into my iConnect audio. So now I'm inside of AUM, and when you first start up AUM and you add a new channel, default it's going to go to USB 1 and 2, and we can hear, you know, this is just Poison 202, and it's just basic sounds. There's no external processing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it out via AUM, send it out 3 and 4. Now if you have other MIDI or other audio devices that has multiple ins and outs, you know, just pick two, you know, a set of ins and a set of outs, and that's how you're going to set it up. You just want to send out from your audio device through the H9 and then receive back into the input. And that's what I'm going to do. Now that I have it sending out of 3 and 4, I'm going to come over here. I have my next channel, and I'm going to have it listening to 3 and 4, and it's going to be coming out of channels 1 and 2, so we'll hear it through my speakers. And so that's what this is doing, is basically I'm sending audio out to outboard gear. This is outboard kind of effects processing. Outboard, it's going through my iConnect, it's going to the Eventide H9, it's going back into the iConnect, and now we should hear it with a nice shimmer. You know, and it's pretty much as simple as that. And this is really useful just to utilize the H9 and recording things, different samples. This is a good way, using it this way, since this has only 1/4 inch inputs. Now I can utilize my microphone and stuff on the other 2 inputs on my H9 and actually utilize those to let me bring my microphone. I can record things or process vocals with you can use condenser mics, but you can process vocals with the Eventide. You can plug your guitar in, which is how I have it. In my other video, all of this was already routed. I was using, this was how I had it routed to record everything from the other one. And it just, for me, it makes sense. I don't have a huge pedal board, and so this is how I use it. This is how I would use it if I was in a live situation, because I do use virtual instruments and regular instruments, and so I'll just use it that way, and that's it. And if you just wanted to record that, you could just sample that in, or if you were had some vocals or had the lead line or something in like Cubasis, then you could do the same thing. Any other DAW that you have. The main thing is just send out and in separately on your iConnect device, or any other multi-output, multi-input device. Like here, I could stereo output. I could go out 3 and 4. So this is this channel right here going out 3 and 4. And so here, let me just close that out, see what we got going on. Okay, so we're not hearing that right now, but if we go to a new audio track, audio, and then we monitor stereo inputs 3 and 4, so we activate that. If we wanted to, what we could do is can I freeze that? See what happens when I freeze that. I don't know if it'll send it out or what. I think it might just. Alright, so what we could do is we could just hit record right there, and it's listening to 3 and 4. So now if we go back and mute that, so that's how you can do it inside of Cubasis as well. You could just bounce things out into it, bounce it into audio track, and move on to the next thing. And so hopefully that was insightful, helpful, how you can use the H9 or any, this right here is not just for the H9, any kind of outboard gear that you have. You can easily integrate it into your iOS setup if you have an interface that has multiple ins and outs. Just have to route it, and everything works out really well. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully this was helpful and useful, and if you found value in it, then make sure you hit that little thumbs up. Even if you didn't completely find value in it, you can still give me a thumbs up, and that helps with the ratings and lets me know that people are listening to the outros and thumbing it up and stuff. And if you like supporting content creators like myself, like Jacob Hack, like Sound Test Room, Electronic Sounds, Dean, all of us, then consider becoming a Patreon on, somebody, just that helps, kind of gives a little change in our pockets and helps us continue to do things like this. And, if you're into one-off donations, then, I have a direct PayPal me link in the description. Also, share it on your favorite social media site. Make sure you are subscribed and hit the little bell icon so that you're notified whenever I do more content, when I put out a new video and stuff. And other than that, just have a great day.